All right, ready to dive into a fitness classic.
Let's do it.
We're taking a look at the Anabolic Solution by Dr. Mauro di Pasquale.
Oh, yeah. This one's been around for a while.
It's not just some trendy diet book, it's all about the metabolic diet, right?
Exactly.
A system for packing on muscle and shedding fat.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned wanting to, optimize your body composition,
Yeah.
maybe even get into bodybuilding.
Uh-huh.
And this book claims it can help you do just that.
For sure. It definitely offers a unique approach.
Yeah.
Dr. Di Pasquale really gets into the science behind it all,
Oh, nice.
which is, refreshing
Yeah.
in a world of quick fixes and fad diets.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's break down this metabolic diet.
Okay.
It's a cycle of 5 days,
Right.
high protein, high fat, low carb,
Mm-hmm.
followed by a 24 to 48 hour carb loading phase.
Yes.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
This pattern actually mirrors how our ancestors ate.
That's right.
Think like hunter-gatherers,
Yeah.
where food availability wasn't always consistent.
Exactly.
Right.
And one of the most surprising things about this diet
Okay.
is that it challenges the whole idea of essential carbs.
Okay.
Dr. Di Pasquale argues that your body can actually create
What?
carbs it needs from other sources.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
So no more stressing about brown rice versus white rice.
Yeah, basically.
Whoa, that's pretty radical.
It definitely goes against the grain
Yeah.
of what we typically hear about nutrition.
Yeah.
But the book makes a compelling case,
Okay.
explaining that only certain amino acids
Mm-hmm.
and fatty acids are truly essential,
Right.
meaning our bodies can't produce them on their own.
Gotcha. Okay, so how does this whole carb thing work then?
Right.
Does your body just magically make carbs out of thin air?
Not quite magic,
Okay.
but pretty ingenious.
Okay.
The book explains that your body is incredibly adaptable.
Mm-hmm.
It learns to use the fuel you give it most efficiently.
Okay.
So when you drastically reduce carbs and increase fat, your body enters a state called fat adaptation.
I've heard that term before.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'm a little fuzzy on what it actually means.
Well, imagine your body becoming a fat-burning machine,
Okay.
even during intense workouts.
Right.
This means you're preserving muscle
Mm-hmm.
while torching fat,
Okay.
exactly what you need
Yeah.
for that sculpted physique you're after.
Okay, now that's starting to make sense.
Yeah.
So instead of relying on carbs for energy,
Right.
my body would be primarily using fat.
Exactly.
That sounds almost too good to be true.
Well, the book cites a study
Okay.
where this adaptation happened in just 5 days.
Oh.
And it even persisted during the carb-up phase.
Really?
That's the power of fat adaptation.
5 days. So no more endless hours at the gym
Right.
with minimal results.
Exactly.
This diet is starting to sound pretty appealing.
It definitely has its advantages, especially for building muscle and losing fat efficiently.
Right.
But it's not just about fuel.
It's also about hormones.
Okay.
The metabolic diet is designed to maximize those muscle-building powerhouses. You
Mhm.
know, testosterone, growth hormone, and insulin.
Oh, interesting. Tell me more about how it works with those hormones.
Sure.
Don't they usually spike at different times?
It's a bit more nuanced than that.
Okay.
During the carb-up phase,
Mm-hmm.
while insulin levels do increase,
Yeah.
the book argues that growth hormone might actually increase as well.
So even though you're loading up on carbs,
Right.
you're still potentially boosting growth hormone.
Exactly.
That's not what I would have expected.
Right. It's pretty counterintuitive.
Yeah.
But according to Dr. Di Pasquale,
Mm-hmm.
this creates a powerful synergy that drives muscle growth.
Okay, so we've got the fuel part down
Right.
and the hormone magic.
Yeah.
But how do you actually put this diet into practice?
Okay.
Does it involve, like, weighing every gram of food?
No.
No.
And living at the gym. Not quite that extreme.
Okay, good.
But it does require some planning.
The book outlines 3 distinct training phases:
Mhm.
mass, strength, and cutting.
Okay.
The structure of the diet stays consistent,
Right.
but you adjust your calorie and fat intake based on your goal.
So more calories and fat when you want to bulk up
Exact.
and dial them back when it's time to get lean.
Yes, precisely.
Gotcha. And figuring out your individual carb needs is key, I'm guessing.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Dr. Di Pasquale recommends starting with the strict low-carb phase
Mm-hmm.
and gradually increasing carbs if you,
Yeah.
feel fatigued or your performance suffers.
Okay, that's a relief.
Yeah.
I was worried about feeling completely drained without my usual carbs.
Right.
So what would that look like in practice?
Yes.
Would I have a cheat day or something?
Not exactly a cheat day. The book suggests strategic carb additions,
Okay.
like a midweek spike
Uh-huh.
or adding some carbs post-workout.
Okay.
It's about listening to your body
Right.
and fine-tuning the diet
Yeah.
based on your individual response.
This is starting to sound less like a restrictive diet
Yeah.
and more like a personalized plan, which I like a lot.
Yeah, it is very personalized.
But let's be honest, one of my biggest concerns with high-fat diets is cholesterol.
Sure.
Does the book address that at all?
It definitely does.
Okay, good. I was hoping he wouldn't just brush it under the rug.
No.
So what's the solution?
He argues that as you become more fat adapted,
Mm-hmm.
your body becomes so efficient
Yeah.
at using fat for fuel
Right.
that you naturally reduce your dietary fat intake
Okay.
as you move towards the cutting phase.
Okay.
So you're not stuck with high fat intake forever.
That makes sense. It's not about constantly stuffing yourself with fat,
Right.
but rather training your body to use it efficiently.
Exactly.
But what about the type of fat?
Okay.
Are we talking bacon and butter all day long?
Not exactly.
Okay.
Dr. Pasquale stresses the importance of choosing healthy fats,
Okay.
like those found in olive oil, avocados, and nuts.
So still focusing on quality over quantity.
Absolutely.
And we can get behind that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's a big advocate for monitoring your progress.
Okay.
Don't just assume everything is fine.
Right.
Pay attention to your weight. Get your body fat measured.
Mm-hmm.
And even consider getting blood work done
Yeah.
to check your cholesterol levels.
So it's a data-driven approach.
Exactly.
Not just a blind leap of faith.
Right. And if you do find that your cholesterol levels are a concern,
Yeah.
it's important to talk to your doctor.
Of course.
They can help you personalize the diet further
Right.
and make sure it's working for you.
So it's all about finding what works best for your individual body.
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah.
Now, before we move on to the next part of our deep dives,
Okay.
I want to hear your initial thoughts.
Sure.
What stood out to you about the metabolic diet so far?
I'm also curious to hear what resonates with your goals and if anything sparked further questions.
We'll be back in a bit to continue exploring the anabolic solution. So take a moment to reflect. We're excited to hear what you think.
Absolutely.
Welcome back. I hope you had a chance to process all that info about the metabolic diet.
Yeah.
It's a pretty comprehensive approach, isn't it?
It definitely covers a lot of ground,
Yeah.
from macronutrients to hormones.
Mhm.
But remember, we're just scratching the surface here.
Right.
Dr. Pasquale goes into much greater detail in the book.
Right. And speaking of details, we touched on the supplement recommendations in the book.
Yeah.
But I'd love to dive a little deeper into those, especially that nighttime stack.
Sure.
It seems like a pretty key part of his approach.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The nighttime stack is all about maximizing muscle growth while you sleep.
Okay.
It's based on the idea that sleep is a crucial anabolic window, a time when your body is primed for repair and growth.
Okay. So it's not just about hitting the gym hard.
Huh.
You're telling me I could potentially build more muscle by sleeping than by sweating it out at the gym.
Well, both are important, but Dr. Pasquale makes a compelling case
Okay.
for prioritizing sleep and optimizing that nighttime window.
Okay.
Remember, muscle growth doesn't actually happen during your workout.
Right.
It happens afterward during the recovery phase.
Right.
And sleep is prime time for recovery.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So walk me through this nighttime stack.
Okay.
What exactly is in it?
The first component is myosin protein.
Okay.
It's a special blend of proteins designed to provide a sustained release of amino acids throughout the night.
Okay.
Think of it like giving your muscles a slow drip of building blocks while you sleep.
So it's like a muscle building nightcap.
Exactly.
I like it.
It helps prevent muscle breakdown during that time when you're not eating.
Mhm.
Then, to really amplify the anabolic effect, we have GH Boost and Testa Boost.
Okay, those names are pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
But I'm curious about how they actually work.
Sure. GH Boost is designed to enhance your body's natural growth hormone spike that happens during the first deep sleep cycle. It's like amplifying what your body is already doing.
So you're working with your natural rhythms, not against them.
Right.
I like that. And what about Testa Boost?
Testa Boost supports natural testosterone production
Okay.
and minimizes the conversion of testosterone into less desirable hormones.
So boost the good, minimize the not so good.
Exactly.
Got it. It all sounds very strategic.
It is. Dr. Pasquale has clearly put a lot of thought into this system.
Yeah.
Now, beyond the nighttime stack.
Mm-hmm.
He also recommends a 3-phase system for supporting your workouts.
Hmm.
Pre-workout, during workout, and post-workout.
Right. We briefly mentioned that earlier. It's called the Extrasol 1, 2, 3 system, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Before you hit the gym, you have Resolve or Resolve Competition.
Okay.
Resolve is a stimulant-based formula that promotes energy, focus, and fat burning.
Mm-hmm.
Resolve Competition is stimulant-free,
Oh, okay.
but still provides those key benefits.
So there's an option for those who are sensitive to stimulants.
Right.
Good to know. What happens during the workout itself?
During your workout, you have Power Drink.
Okay.
This formula is specifically designed to support muscle growth and fat burning while you're training.
So it's like having a secret weapon in your gym bag.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's interesting about Power Drink is that it focuses on both increasing protein synthesis and decreasing protein breakdown during exercise.
So you're not just waiting for recovery after the workout, you're actively supporting it during the workout itself.
Right. And then after you've crushed your workout, you have Amino,
Okay.
a fast-absorbing amino acid formula designed to kickstart recovery.
I'm starting to see a pattern here. It's all about timing and giving your body what it needs when it needs it.
Precisely.
I like it.
Now, beyond those workout-specific supplements,
Mm-hmm.
there's also MRP low-carb, a meal replacement shake designed for those busy days when you need a quick and nutritious meal.
And since it's low in carbs,
Right.
it aligns perfectly with the metabolic diet.
Exactly. It's a convenient way to stay on track,
Yeah.
even when life gets hectic.
Okay, so we've covered the nighttime stack,
Yeah.
the workout system,
Huh?
and the meal replacement option.
Right?
It sounds like Dr. Di Pasquale has really thought of everything.
He's created a comprehensive system for optimizing your body composition.
Right.
But remember,
Yeah.
these supplements are meant to complement the diet, not replace it.
Right.
You still need to dial in your nutrition and training.
Right. It's not about relying on magic pills,
Okay.
but rather using these tools strategically to enhance your results.
Right.
I think that's a really important point.
Yeah.
Now, earlier you mentioned that Dr. Di Pasquale addresses cholesterol concerns related to high-fat diets.
Yes.
I'm curious to hear more about that.
He does.
Yeah.
He emphasizes that as you become fat adapted,
Mm-hmm.
you naturally reduce your dietary fat intake,
Oh,
especially during the cutting phase.
gotcha.
So you're not stuck with high fat intake forever.
That's reassuring, but what about the type of fat?
Yeah.
Is he advocating for any kind of fat, or is there a focus on healthy fats?
He definitely stresses the importance of choosing healthy fats
Okay.
and minimizing saturated fat as much as possible.
Gotcha.
Think olive oil, avocados, nuts, and fatty fish.
Okay, that makes sense. Quality over quantity, as always.
Exactly. And again, he recommends monitoring your progress.
Mm-hmm.
Pay attention to your weight, body fat measurements,
Right.
and even get blood work done to check your cholesterol levels.
It's about being proactive and making informed decisions about your health, not just blindly following a diet.
Absolutely.
I appreciate that he emphasizes that.
Me too. Now, before we wrap up this part of the discussion,
Okay.
there's one more point I want to highlight from the book.
Yeah.
The idea of nighttime being the missing link in maximizing muscle growth.
We touched on that earlier,
We did.
but I'm eager to hear your thoughts on it.
Yeah.
It's a pretty bold statement to say that sleep could be even more important than daytime workouts.
It is bold, but Dr. Di Pasquale argues that we often neglect the immense potential of sleep for muscle growth.
Okay.
We tend to focus so much on our time at the gym
Yeah.
that we forget that most of the magic happens during recovery.
That's a good point. It's easy to get caught up in the intensity of our workouts
Right.
and forget about the importance of rest.
And by optimizing our sleep environment,
Yeah.
providing our bodies with the right nutrients,
Hmm.
and supporting those anabolic hormones,
Right.
we can potentially unlock a whole new level of muscle growth.
That's like tapping into an untapped resource.
Exactly.
I'm really starting to see the value in prioritizing sleep.
I think it's something worth considering.
Yeah.
We put so much effort into our training,
Right.
but what if we could get even better results by simply improving our sleep?
That's a pretty compelling argument.
Yeah.
Now, before we move on to the final part of our deep dive,
Sure.
I'd love to hear your thoughts on this idea of nighttime being key for muscle growth.
Yeah.
Does it resonate with you?
I'm also curious if anything we've covered about the supplements
Mm-hmm.
or Dr. Di Pasquale's approach has stood out to you.
Okay.
Take a moment to reflect,
Yeah.
and we'll be back shortly to continue our exploration.
We're back for the final part of our deep dive into the anabolic solution.
It's been quite a journey, right?
It really has. We've explored a lot.
Yeah.
Everything from like macronutrient cycling and fat adaptation
Right, yeah.
to the power of, optimizing those nighttime hours for muscle growth.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty fascinating stuff.
It is, yeah. I hope you're starting to see how all these pieces fit together
Oh, yeah.
to create a truly comprehensive approach
Yeah.
to building muscle and shedding fat.
Absolutely. It's not just about hitting the gym hard
Right.
or restricting calories. It's
Yeah.
about working with your body's natural rhythms and
about-
optimizing those hormonal responses.
It's about working smarter, not harder.
Right. And that's where those targeted supplements come in.
Yeah.
They're strategic tools to,
Yeah.
enhance those natural processes
Right.
and really take your results to the next level.
Absolutely.
Now, before we wrap up, I know Dr. Pasquale mentions a few other supplements in the book
He does.
beyond the ones we've already discussed.
Yeah.
I'd love to get your take on those.
Okay, sure.
What else is there?
He talks about a few formulas
Okay.
designed to address specific needs,
Mm-hmm.
like Antiox,
Okay.
a comprehensive antioxidant blend.
What's that do?
So remember, when you're training hard,
Yeah.
you're also increasing oxidative stress.
Right.
So those antioxidants are important for protecting your cells from damage.
Makes sense. It's like an insurance policy for your body.
Exactly.
What else is on the list?
He also recommends Regulate,
Uh,
a blend of soluble and insoluble fibers
okay.
designed to,
Yeah.
promote digestive health.
Keeping things moving smoothly. That's definitely important.
Yeah.
Especially when you're making significant changes to your diet.
Absolutely.
What else?
And then there's Renew,
Okay.
which supports recovery and immune function.
Okay.
This one's especially helpful for,
Yeah.
combating fatigue and preventing overtraining.
So it's not just about building muscle.
Right.
It's about supporting your overall well-being.
Exactly.
Okay, I like that.
It's about creating a sustainable approach to fitness,
Yeah.
one that allows you to train hard and recover effectively.
Right. Are there any more?
And lastly,
Yeah.
there's MVM,
Okay.
a high-quality multivitamin and mineral supplement.
Oh, yeah. Just making sure you're
Yeah.
covering all your nutritional bases.
Exactly. It's designed to fill in any potential gaps in your diet
Mm-hmm.
and ensure your body has all the essential nutrients it needs
Okay.
to thrive.
I like it.
Yeah.
So even though these additional supplements are, certainly valuable,
Yeah.
it's important to remember that they're meant to,
Yeah.
enhance, not replace
Exactly.
the solid foundation of nutrition and training.
Absolutely. Supplements are tools.
Yeah.
But they're only as effective as the overall plan you're implementing.
Now, as we reach the end of our deep dive,
Okay.
I want to circle back to that,
Right.
thought-provoking question you posed earlier.
Right.
Could nighttime be the missing link
Yeah, it's a big one.
in maximizing muscle growth,
It is.
even more so than daytime workouts?
It's a question that really challenges the conventional wisdom, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We're so conditioned to believe that more time at the gym equals more muscle.
Right, right.
But what if we're overlooking the immense potential of sleep?
It's definitely a paradigm shift,
It is.
but I think it's a shift worth considering.
Yeah.
Especially after exploring all the science behind, the metabolic diet
Mhm.
and the emphasis on hormonal optimization.
It makes you wonder how much more we could achieve
Yeah.
if we truly prioritize sleep
Right.
and treated it as a crucial part
Yeah.
of our training regimen.
It's not just about squeezing in an extra workout. It's
Yeah.
about creating an environment
Yeah.
where our bodies can truly recover and rebuild and thrive.
Exactly. And that includes not only, optimizing our sleep environment,
Mm-hmm.
but also providing our bodies with the right nutrients and hormonal support.
Right. With that nighttime stack we discussed.
Exactly.
It's about taking a holistic approach to fitness
Absolutely.
and recognizing that every aspect of our lives,
Mhm.
from nutrition to sleep to stress management,
Right.
plays a role in our, overall result.
Absolutely.
It's all interconnected.
It is.
So as we conclude our deep dive into the anabolic solution,
Yep.
I want to thank you for joining us on this journey.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
We've covered a lot of ground, but hopefully you've gained some,
Yeah.
valuable insights that
Mhm.
you can apply to your own fitness journey.
Remember, it's all about finding what works best for you.
Yeah.
Experiment, track your progress,
Yeah.
and don't be afraid to challenge conventional wisdom.
I like that.
And above all, enjoy the
Yeah.
process.
Yeah.
Fitness should be a source of empowerment and joy, not a chore.
Absolutely. Could not agree more.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for this deep dive. We'll see you on the next one.
Until then, keep learning, keep growing, and keep striving for your best self.
You can download the book for free from our website,